Hey, what's going on? This is Ross Omari from sqsbthemes.com. Today I want to show you guys how to create or how to first segment and create campaigns and automations within Mailchimp once you have the post-purchase data. And if you're not sure what I mean by post-purchase data, we have an integration that allows you to sync your Squarespace store order data with Mailchimp. So once someone buys something on your store and they hit the order confirmation page, that info is sent to Mailchimp, and then from within Mailchimp, we can get creative and we can create custom follow-up sequences. We can send recommended product emails. And the reason that this was important to me to begin with is because I wanted to be able to send product review emails. So I'm going to kind of quickly go through all of that right now. And yeah, so let me jump in. One, I don't use Mailchimp anymore. I use ConvertKit. Fortunately, this integration works with both Mailchimp and ConvertKit. So this is really just for demonstration purposes. So I've got this demo list here with some kind of test data, and to segment this list, right, you go to Manage Contacts, Create Segment, and I'm not actually going to create a segment right now because I don't want to show anyone's personal data here, but one of the things you can do is you can segment based on product purchased. So it automatically pulls your product information from your store. And then if I hit preview segment, all of the people who've purchased this product would show up, not in real life, but for demo purposes. And then, you can add different conditions, the amount spent. Store ordered from is only going to be one store because you can only connect one store to one list. But that list will have all of this data, which is why, if you can then segment it for custom campaigns or whatever else. So let's jump into a campaign, and I'm going to create an automation. I'm going to tab over to e-commerce, and I just want to show you what you can't do. So you can't recover abandoned carts because, again, we're collecting the data after purchase, so we don't, what happens before purchase is not being factored in here. Similarly with retargeting site visitors, we're not doing that. And also with order notifications, this integration doesn't, affect these things right here. So, but, we can thank first-time customers. We can reward our best customers. And these are really just like templates, email workflow templates that you can use to get started. You can also create them custom from scratch. So I'm going to jump in, follow up on purchases. This is something that you might want to do. If you sell products on Squarespace, period, it's good to know, or it's good to at least, know what people bought, right? If you just use the built-in add, to your subscriber list or whatever, you're just getting those emails. You don't know who bought what, when, and all of that. So, I mean, when, but you can't get really granular, which if you do have that information, then you can get specific and you can follow up with people based off of what they purchased. So that's kind of the whole point of this. So select a list with a store. There's only going to be one list synced with the store. Okay, and then the first thing is your trigger, right? So one day after subscribers purchase anything from your store, I'm going to edit this trigger and I'm going to change this trigger. And you'll see there's a bunch of different paths you can take, but we're going to focus on commerce. And we're going to do this based off of a specific product. And let's say testimonial slider. And we're going to delay this. So 1 day after purchase in the testimonial slider, someone will get this email. So let's just jump into the email as well. Say, hey, did you like it? And let's just use this template, this follow-up template here. All right, and so then, we can edit all of this stuff. You can add a promo code. And what I like about this is you can show personalized product recommendations. Now, by personalized, it's not like super duper personalized. Basically, what this does is it pulls products from your store and makes recommendations based off of that. So it's a little generic, but at the same time, it's it's more than you can do out the box, a lot more. So I'm just going to set this to 3 products, blah blah, and let's just do a quick preview. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable, why is it only showing 2? I'm going to enable live merge tag info. And then here you can see this isn't a real product, but you can see this is automatically generated. So, let's say you wanted to follow up a couple weeks after purchase, right, with a few different recommendations. Let's say someone who buys product A is likely to be interested in product C, right? You can set all of that up with this. And then, so let's say you've got a store with a bunch of different products, right? You can similarly add those emails. Let's say what you send to someone who purchases one product is going to be different than another. You can change those triggers in the same way. And let's say this one we're going to do, our Lightbox plugin or something. Right. And let's say I'll send this instead of the next day. Say we send this a week later, and so on and so forth. So even with this, this type of trigger targeting, you can still segment even further. And let's say you want people who've purchased a specific product after a specific date. Let's say after this date, you can segment down even further. So, depending on what your specific use case scenarios are, that would determine how you set this up. But the whole point of this demonstration is to show you that you do have the ability to do this. And so even though right now I'm in an automation, you can just with a regular campaign, a regular email, broadcast email, reg. Okay, so again, I don't use Mailchimp on a regular basis, so I'm not even gonna keep going because I don't want to show any information here. But yeah, so we can set this up and target specific segments again, just like we just did with the automation. And yeah, useful stuff. All right. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. Let me know. Here's where you can purchase this plugin if you're interested. Huge time saver and money maker. Those aren't my words, but it's true. If you're doing this manually, definitely. And then here's what it looks like once you get it. It's really simple. You get an order ID and the email confirmation along with your email. You plug that in, your site, the API key from Squarespace, and then you can choose whether you're going to be integrating with ConvertKit or Mailchimp, and the API key there. Boom. And then you can, let's say you just want to add subscribers for specific products, like you want to ignore certain products or something, you can set that up here and, copy the code and paste it in your order confirmation page, and you're good to go. And then you can jump in here and have fun with it. All right. So again, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a little bit more insight into what's possible with this thing. And again, if you have any questions, definitely reach out. If you got a specific scenario that you're not sure of, let me know. I'll be happy to look into it further for you. All right. Peace.